शी इज़ अ वंडरफुल एक्ट्रेस. मुझे अफसोस है कि शी शुड बी एक्चुअली डूइंग मोर वर्क इन हिंदी. और हमारे जो अपकमिंग डायरेक्टर्स हैं उनके साथ अगर काम करें तो बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा, क्योंकि आजकल के लड़के लोग और लड़कियां जो आइडियाज़ लेके आए हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट्स लेके आए हैं, बहुत खूबी से फिल्म्स कंटेम्प्रेरी बन चुके हैं. सो ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट लाइक हर विल हैव अ बिगर स्कोप टू परफॉर्म, यू नो. Obviously the lead role. See, all the films I make, the women are all with strong character. मैंने कभी कोई फिल्म नहीं बनाई है जहाँ पे औरत एक कार्डबोर्ड कैरेक्टर निकले स्क्रीन पे. तो ज़रूर अगर इंशाल्लाह इफ़ वी कैन डू अ फिल्म टुगेदर आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी. एंड बहुत सालों से हमने एक कोशिश की थी कि हम काम करें. इनफैक्ट हमारी 2-3 मीटिंग्स भी हुई थी मेरे ऑफिस में. बट एज यू नो सिंपल नहीं है आजकल. एक कुछ सीरियस काम हाथ में लो तो फाइनेंसेस भाग जाते हैं. I'm working on 2 projects right now. One is for television, which I'm planning to do with Vinta Nanda's company Third Eye, or it's called Safed Doli. And the film which I'm working on is a biopic on Bhupen Hazarika's life. So, अभी देखा जाएगा. सुनंदो and I wrote the script together. अभी 8 महीने तो उसी में गया मेरा. कौन सा एक्टर आ जाए तब हम लोग शुरू करेंगे. थैंक यू.
तो मोद लेके और बंद कर दे.
Good evening everyone, and I'm really privileged to be in the august company of Kalpana ji, Lalita ji, Rampak ji and everyone, and I'm very proud to be here today because there's a very special film for me, and thanks to Sunil ji for making such a lovely film and being courageous enough to be a part of the film, and of course having a lot of confidence on Shunando to make such independent film, because nowadays producers are always in 2 minds about making good films. So I think this is a very positive approach from Mr. Bansal. Thank you very much. Because we have to have a lot of confidence on our directors, otherwise the film can't be made. And the journey was stupendous, and I think it was a great journey with Shunando handling so many ladies together. And I believe that's an extraordinary way of handling things. And we had a great time shooting in Chandigarh, and that was one of the base points of a film. And we had a wonderful shoot in Bansalji's hotel in Turquoise. It was another marvelous experience, and the story is absolutely very challenging, and I think all the girls who is a part of this film has penned down subjects which are a little different. And this is the first time I'm working with him. I'm really happy, performing in his said role. And then rest depends upon our audience. But our audience is absolutely very sensitive now, and they are going to take new kinds of movies. And today is the time to actually open up with new kind of ideas. So I believe that this talks about as much of the film now, because the rest it has to be seen in the theatre. And thank you Champak ji for giving such great compliments about the songs. And Shunando has really tried hard to make the songs very believable and nice and melodious. And thanks to Riju giving such a beautiful to the score for the music, and rest you have to see next. And I thank everyone of team Extraordinary. If I am missing any names, please, I want to apologize. We have another actor here, Abhishek. He has done a great job, and we have got a great cinematographer, and everything was absolutely great. So, well, who are the artists who are not here? We are missing them, but Extraordinary should become extraordinary. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And now I would like to request say a few words.
Sorry, I apologize because I'm having a cervical problem, so I'm not standing and talking. It's very exciting for me to have seen Shunando grow. He is as good as my own son. I still remember when I first met him. I was at my office in Nataraj Studios, and it was a hot morning, and there came this skinny lad who had not even eaten his food or drunk water, and he came and said that, you know, I've come from the pavements of Andheri station. And I thought it was a very dramatic Bengali statement, but it was not. And you must give him credit and a pat on the back that these 21 years with full emotional support behind him from his wonderful wife Shampa, this couple has struggled, believed in art, aesthetic, cinema, and Shunando's, I think this is his 4th film. He's done 2 in Bengali, 1 in Hindi before. But what I found very interesting was the choice, the subject. And as my mother and I were discussing in the car, Shunando is full of bright ideas and contemporary themes. What is important is, Ritu is right, we need to have enlightened finance. There is so much of talent around now, writers, directors, actors, and there is a maturity with the audience as well. There is, of course, the huge audience who will go for blockbuster cinema, but there is a niche audience which is growing who wants to see contemporary film with different ideas. And I was really very unwell, but I came here especially to meet Ritu because I'm such an admirer of hers. And I've been promising, sure. I've been promising that we'll work together, but to be very honest, it is much easier to experiment and make cinema of your kind or your one's own kind in regional languages. In the Hindi language, it still takes a big effort to convince and create a proposal, inverted commas, and get onto the floor. You will notice directors of repute or talented directors having much more prolific work, whether they're from Bengal or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or Kerala. And there are so many brilliant directors who are actually being edged out and sitting at home because of lack of enlightened funds. So let's hope 2015 will herald a new year, not only for Shunando, and it should help us to have many more Mr. Bansals in our life. And we shouldn't let go of him. Yeah, because the most important person is the producer, financer. And I'll share something with you. Years back, my late husband, Bhupen Hazarika, I looked at him and I said, what is this? Why is that Sanjay Leela Bansali? I think I'm as brilliant as him. I think I know cinema as much as he does, if not better. Why is that he keeps getting film stars and he keeps making films and I can't? He said, you can't do one thing which he knows how to do. How to attract finance. And that is something all of us filmmakers must know. How to be interesting producers, interesting filmmakers who sell their story, not just tell their story. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Paramjit Kaur and spoke Chase Punjabi in the film. Anyway, I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Shankar Jain, who had taken up the music for the film and in one meeting actually, and is releasing it all over India. And I sincerely thank Kalpana ji. I was her assistant, I'm still her assistant. So for taking out this precious time and coming here and spending the evening with us. Auntie, of course, because despite her age, she is very active. Still paints a lot and I see them very often. Thank you so much, Auntie. Sunil ji, producer, managing director of KGM Productions Private Limited, for having faith on me. I went with the script and he immediately said yes. And Ritu ji for doing the film for me, agreeing with the film. Okay, very few people work with new directors. And directors with no name on like small level. So thank you so much. I thank the entire cast and crew, Riju for this brilliant music, all the girls, all the extraordinaries who worked with us. Okay, we had some very good time over there in Chandigarh while shooting the film, and as well as in Bombay. A few of them are not here. I don't know how they will make it.